Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. That's my instinct to say that. I don't think it's morning anymore, but that's okay. Welcome to stream, everybody. I was thinking about maybe sitting here for a second to let people trickle in, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I think what I'm planning to do in Minecraft is gonna take a second, and I actually really want to get it done. So we're just gonna start. Hello, Enderman J. Welcome into chat. Glad that you have stopped by. As you can see by the title of the stream, we are going to be organizing my chests because the other day I was just, playing some fun Minecraft as one does, and I took a look inside. By the way, this is the inside of my house. Here you go. And I took a look inside my chests. These ones, great, immaculate. Like, these ones are really great. And then I look inside these ones, and it kind of makes me want to puke. So we're excuse me, we're gonna be organizing today. Hello, Vivian. Welcome into chat. Yeah, but before we can do that, we need to get enough wood to actually make the chests, because of all the things I have in my chests in the house, wood is not one of them. So, but yeah, everyone, welcome in. And if you're here from the YouTube video, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're just here in general, I hope that, one second. I haven't drank enough water today. As I was saying, if you're here from the YouTube video, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're here otherwise, welcome. And I hope you enjoy the little stream. I'll probably come back here at some point to replant all the trees, because saplings will be spawning, but up until then, I got no worries. I should probably explain what what mods are in here, because I'm actually playing modded. But yeah, first I'm gonna answer these questions I see in chat. I knew of your channel after TADC ended. Would you recommend me watch the older videos about TADC other than the new character reviews? You can do whatever you please. I think that my previous videos still hold up as good character analysis, even though I didn't have all the information I do now, and I think you'll have a pretty good time watching them, but they're not necessary viewing for watching my new character stuff, if that makes sense. Why is it getting dark already? That's ridiculous. Okay. First question, will you be doing Cain analysis? Because you basically talked about him in episode 8. Kind of. There's some stuff that I want to be talking about with Cain, and so probably I'll end up talking about him. I'm toying with the idea of talking about him when I talk about Jax as well, because they kind of share the last episode and a lot happens, so I kind of want to talk about the same things with the two of them, but yeah, it remains to be seen. Thank you, Atticus. Sit down. Yeah. Because I think I have an idea that would be cool. Feel free to put it in chat. Can't guarantee that I'll use it, but yeah, feel free to put it down in the chat. No. Please. Shift. There we go. Okay. Was that exactly 64? Like exactly a stack? I'm so good at this. I totally did that on purpose. Alright. Then we'll just go like that. But yeah, I think I should probably explain what mods I'm using. This is my modded Minecraft server, and within it I have Farmer's Delight, which is basically just a cooking a cooking add-on for Minecraft. It expands how much food you can make, and I love it a lot because I really like cozily cooking food. As you can see in my inventory, I've got chicken soup and shepherd's pie, And it's really cool because the new foods can give you like special effects. I don't know exactly what the comfort meter like does actually in terms of effects in game, but it's something that's nice because I think it like I had it on one time and it like halved my fall damage. I think maybe it gives you strength or something. Blink. Okay, is this enough? We'll have to see. And also, if you eat cheesecake, I'm pretty sure you get speed for a while. But yeah. What about an NPC episode mixed with Kane and the other abstraction characters in one episode? Basically, a bunch of mini analysis with every character after the core cast. That could definitely be something that I do. Also, hang on one second. Gives you the opportunity to see what effects I'm talking about. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Apparently, apparently this is one that I need to set down. Are you kidding me? I don't feel like making a bowl. Sorry, I'm behind on chat messages. Let me see. First of all, thank you and welcome to chat, Terrarian911. Okay, honestly, we really needed more episodes. There is just... One second, I need to pause to, like, clear my throat. I'm gonna mute my mic to do that, because, my goodness. Okay, I think I'm back. Sorry about that, my goodness. I just had to pause to, like, chug a ton of water. But I am paying attention to what you're saying, don't worry. By the way, I think it's dumb that I can't just shove an entire shepherd's pie in my mouth. Basically, gist of what I'm getting from chat. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, can I eat it? Please? Thank you. See? My food bar gets all gold. Alright, refocusing. If we switch Kinger for Pomni and we just play the scene with Pomni chasing Jax right afterward, that would take 2 birds with 1 stone. Maybe. I think overall the series kind of has a presentation problem where there's just a lot that they wanted to do, but they didn't, like... I feel like maybe, this is like a common sentiment, but I think maybe it needed to be like 10 episodes instead of 9. Actually, probably more like 12 if we're being totally honest. I got a comment on the video talking about how, like, they feel like... Hang on, train of thought. They feel like Gooseworks had a specific plan for the series, but halfway through they realized they didn't have enough time to do it, so it just became all about Jax. And you know, I'm not like part of the crew, like I don't know what happened, but that feels really accurate, you know, like that feels like probably what happened. If this is a thunderstorm, I'm gonna be real sad, because then I'll have to sleep through it. Alright. Basically what I'm doing right now is just throwing all of my junk in here. I don't know about you guys, but I have a very specific, like, inventory that I keep most of the time. So, if you're confused about why I have certain things, I don't need to explain myself. You said that the writing was overwhelming, so if the show came later, they would have done more. There's a post about it. Gotcha. Is this a post on Tumblr or a different social media? Because sadly, I think that Goose's account on Tumblr got banned for basically no reason. So sadly, I think that like their backlog of questions that they answered is kind of just gone, which is unfortunate. But you know, what are you gonna do? Well, there's some arrows. Tumblr, but there are screenshots. Gotcha. Yeah, how do you guys feel about Goose answering a bunch of questions after the fact? Because, like, I appreciate the information from just a purely, like, fan perspective, but there's also some part of me where, like, it becomes kind of obvious that there was so much more that she wanted to do, and it kind of bugs me. Like, maybe this is just because I do YouTube, but it kind of bugs me that so many people act like the Tumblr questionnaires are like common knowledge. You know what I mean? And I think that's just a pet peeve because I do YouTube, and there's a lot of people who expect me to just like know everything about every answer that Goose has ever posted. And I think, like, a part of me is like, oh, if it's really important, it should have been in the actual show. But, you know, writing for an actual, what is equivalent to a TV show is not an easy thing. So, yeah, I feel a bit conflicted about it. Conflicted on the one hand, it's fine. On the other, the show should have done it. Exactly. That's kind of where I'm sitting with it. Where it's like, I think it's fun that we have those, like, interactions, and that we get answers to silly fun things, like, oh, what happens after the fact? But I think people take it too much as, like, because Goose answered a question about it, therefore it's not a problem in the show's writing. And, like, this hasn't been as big of an issue with my videos as, like, some previously. Like, kind of what really started this annoyance was the backrooms, where I had a section talking about if Async created the backrooms or not, and apparently Kane Pixels, like, answered that on his Discord, like, a long time ago, for some reason. And people just, like, know that, but it, like, and that's fine, like, I don't mind that he did that. But it's not present in the actual YouTube series, so I think I can be forgiven for not knowing about it, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, that's, I guess, Llama's hot take. Which, fuck that, I hope it will manage future shows better. I don't think we can have an exact idea of, like, who is quote-unquote to blame for everything, because, yeah, Glitch, like, manages things, right? And they're an important part of the process. They host everything. But it's also entirely possible that Goose is the one that proposed 8 episodes, and then halfway through was like, oh, this isn't actually enough room to tell the story I want, and had to, like, pivot. Like, we really have no way of knowing who did what on the series unless someone answered a question about it, which I think is probably, like, at some point someone might have, but yeah, I don't know. Hello, Asexual. Welcome to chat. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you saying hello. I probably... Nah, I'm not scared of the dark. I can sort through my chests in the dark. That is not intentional. Get over here. Okay. I wanted to yank all my stuff out of most of my chests first, because this one is organized. I'm just, like, making some of every food from Farmer's Delight and putting it in here. And this is, like, raw ingredients next to my stovetop. But everywhere else is, like, really disorganized. So, hey, look, a chest. Actually, this is low-key, like, sort of organized. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna leave this here for now. And then... yeah, this will be like... I remember what this chest is. It's my leftover building materials from when I built my house. Okay, you get to stay as is, my guy. I'll organize everything else. I want to say, for Kinger's review, Kinger is a plot device. He basically described him as one without using the word, which I find funny. It felt mean to say he's a plot device, because he is like a character. Like, his emotions are taken into account in some areas. It's just like... yeah, it just felt a bit mean to call him a plot device, or like... yeah, so I didn't want to say it. Like, I wanted to give his character his justice, you know? You can call a character a plot device. I don't wanna, though. I don't wanna. It feels mean to me. And I like Kinger. Besides, I kind of feel like the plot device is less Kinger as a character and more his condition just being used kind of to block him from giving people information. Like, I feel like his condition is more the plot device than Kinger himself. I'm gonna listen to stream to sleep. That is if my neighbor shuts off their motorcycle so it's quieter. I hope that your neighbor shuts off their motorcycle so that you can get some sleep. And I hope that you're able to sleep to the luxurious tones of my voice and this Minecraft rain. It's honestly kind of perfect for you. Okay, what are we gonna do? Typically when I organize my chest, I do materials, and then, well, let's see what we've got. Okay. What I've got is, like, junk, to be entirely honest. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Things that I mined out of the ground will go in a chest. We'll go with that. And I think, like, stuff like ores and stuff like that will go somewhere else. This is just gonna be, like, plain raw blocks, basically. A plot device is used to move the story along. Kinger does that every time he appears. But, like, by that definition, literally every character is a plot device, because every character moves the story forward. And, like, yeah, like, I could definitely have called Kinger a plot device, and it wouldn't technically be inaccurate, but, I don't know, it just didn't feel right for the script that I was trying to do, because it feels like calling someone a plot device just completely reduces them. And the thing about Kinger is, he does do important things. Like, I don't know. I think maybe it just comes down to me not wanting to call him that. Because, like, I think you're right. He definitely ends up being a plot device, but I feel weird just straight up calling Kinger a plot device. I don't want to dump everything material in that. So what we're gonna do is make a new chest in this back corner, away from everything, where I don't have to think about it. Yay! Like that. And I'm creating this because I know I will have a bunch of cobblestone, and I'm kind of allergic to throwing things away. Half of that. There we go. Alright. Now here's another question. Yeah, do I include slabs in this chest? I don't think so. I don't think so. It doesn't feel quite right. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create another one on top of it with all the slabs and such. The ones that I have changed, as it were. There's granite, that. I think that's a great comparison to Improve Kinger's character as Simon, Ice King from Adventure Time. They're very similar. Sorry, Fiona and Cake, not Adventure Time. And that's fair. Like, I can see that. Like, Kinger is interesting because I definitely think that more could have been done with him, but at the same time, he fulfills his purpose and technically doesn't do anything wrong in the process. So it becomes kind of a case of, like, what's your, what's the word? How much you're willing to, like, look past the plot contrivance of, like, every time he could have given them information, he's not able to. Because at a certain point, it is a bit of a contrivance. But, you know, it's like, something like that has to happen for the story to be a thing. So, like, and I think overall the show does, like, a decent job of making sure that, like, because you can always take the CinemaSins route and be like, well, actually, this doesn't make slight sense, therefore things are ruined. Like, you could do that, nothing's stopping you, but I think overall the show does a good job of just letting you experience it without getting distracted. I got distracted because I'm thinking about that stuff, like, all the time, but for the most part, I think it does a good job of making you feel like it makes sense that no one would think to shove Kinger into a dark place. And I talk about this a little bit in the video, where, like, it's mostly okay. There's just, like, a couple of moments that are a little bit questionable. But yeah. I probably should keep the moss elsewhere, if I'm being entirely honest. And you know what? I got some empty chests over here. Boom. I don't know, this can be, like, pretty blocks or something, I guess. Here, you can go down there. That looks better. And while I'm at it... Also, in case you wanted to see what my skin looks like, look! It's me! Ta-da! Yeah, I made this, little Minecraft skin myself. I used to play on Minecraft Bedrock, like on my laptop, and they had a skin which had a really cool scarf. It just didn't go over the mouth like this one does, but Java did not have, like, the scarf at all. So I, like, took a screenshot and pixel for pixel copied the scarf just because I liked it so much. Like, I don't know really anything about pixel art. I just, like, copied it. And I just think that's a little bit funny. Hang on. Is this just, like, a filthy plate left over? That's kind of funny, not gonna lie. Yeah. There we go. Okay, now we're getting into the weirder stuff. That's just, like, random bits and bobs I don't want to throw away. let's see. We're gonna grab stuff that's like utility, like I'd actually use it. And this one can go upstairs. Yeah, you know what? We'll do like quote unquote building materials that aren't building materials. Yeah, there's not a ton of them, to be honest. But yeah, we'll probably put like different ores in there as well. And probably, honestly, I should probably throw these away. Hello, welcome to chat, Bear Warrior. What if TADC is actually just the prequel to Wreck-It Ralph? I mean, it's not impossible. Although that implies that there's a version of Sonic that just exists as a real person in real life who got copied into the Sonic games, which I think is kind of funny. But yeah, feathers and string. We'll grab those too. And rope. Did you guys know that this mod has rope in it? You do now. Let's see this clay, more rope. And my inventory's full. We'll do this later. Okay, that's a long chat message. One sec. There's even an idea for 3. Dalta's hype episode. Ragatha's the main focus. Dinner table. Jack is Gangle's relationship at the bedroom location. The episode is flashback to Ragatha and Jax. The crew have to bake a cake like Raggedy Ann. I mean, there's like a lot of different things that could have been done, but weren't in the show as a whole. And I mean, that sounds like an interesting concept. Like, I was about to say if you're an artist, you can do this whether or not you consider yourself an artist. Like, draw up a concept for that or just write it down, because that's really interesting. Alright, random material, bits and bobs, go! Actually, we're gonna go like this, because I have a feeling I'm gonna be getting more leather as time goes on. Let's see, we can do leads there. I'm gonna put some string, some feathers. Actually, let's go like this. Because, because of my chicken coop, I am definitely gonna be getting more feathers. Every time I walk by the chicken coop, my inventory just gets full of eggs, and I have no idea what to do with them. If you look around when I'm walking around outside, you'll see that there's just a bunch of chickens everywhere, and that's because sometimes I get frustrated and I just start throwing eggs so that they're no longer in my inventory and picking up, like, my stuff. Video game characters are just the original voice actors. Schizophrenic storage, but you do you. Listen, I'm trying to organize it, okay? That's the point of the stream. I don't want it to be tangled everywhere. I want to be able to find stuff. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, like, the point of this is just to make sure I can actually see what I have so that I'll actually use it. This is a random... I should probably have a chest for, like, random stuff you can find but can't craft. And I don't know if it's the same one as this. For now, we'll just set it right here, but, yeah. Yeah, string and rope. They can sit next to each other, because they are friends. Now that you've got your head around the final episode, have you changed your opinion on it? I'm still pretty conflicted, to be honest, because, like, there is a lot of stuff that I like about it. But there's also a lot of stuff where I'm like, that could have been better. And I don't really... I feel like I don't quite know how to reconcile that, if that makes sense. Like, I think overall, I like parts of the finale. But I don't like all of it. And that's, to be honest, these character, like, analysis videos are partially me just trying to figure out how I feel about the show. And the conclusion I'm coming to is, like, I really love the characters. I love a lot of the story that happened. But, like, I feel unsure of how it ended, if that makes sense. And I think that's a pretty common sentiment. Okay. Here we got. Over here. Stuff you can dig up. Stuff you made from stuff you can dig up. I don't know what this chest is for yet. And I guess this is kind of like stuff you kill to get things, but that feels kind of weird. Sorry, I had to stretch. I guess it's more like building stuff. It's just I'm building stuff that isn't a building. But it feels weird to include these, so maybe you can go down in the below. Yeah, because, like, I mean, I feel like everyone has a junk chest, actually. This goes up here. Thank you very much. At some point, I'll make squid ink pasta, because that's another thing that is good to make, but, what do I need? Ores, I guess. Where did I put them before? Are they just out here? I think they're just out here. Somewhat. Because I came back from an adventure with like 7 blocks of iron, and I just dumped it somewhere, and now I can't find it. Where's my axe? I don't know what button I pushed to switch those, but here we are. Also, say hello to my axolotl. He does not have a name yet, but here he is. The loot chest, there you go. I've come to the conclusion that it's just a random YouTube show that doesn't require in-depth talks on the level of Malaysian politics. Do you usually discuss Malaysian politics? And are they a particularly complicated endeavor? Like, I imagine most politics are complicated endeavors, but I don't know, you sound like something of an expert on the subject. Yeah, and like, I understand the thought process of like, it's not that serious, but at the same time, like, with my YouTube channel, it is that serious. Like, I love thinking too hard about stuff. Here, we'll just throw that in there, because apparently I had stuff in this barrel. Also, check it. Oh man, I'm not hungry enough to eat my cheesecake. This is such a sad day. Oh, that's where I dumped all my stuff. There we go. Yeah, this is my treasure chest. Everyone say hi. To be honest, other than like the snowballs, this is looking okay as far as a loot chest goes. By the way, you want to see all my, my ominous bottles? We got Ominous 1, Ominous 1, Ominous 2, Ominous 3, Ominous 5. As you can tell, the pillagers just love me. They love me so much, they want to curse me so bad. Hello, welcome into chat, Zinyo. And thank you for looking upon my various treasures. Do I want this to also be... Yeah, but the thing is, like, as far as treasure chests go, this also has my coal and iron in it. And I don't... I mean, it's kind of funny to just have them in there. Like, this is kind of funny to me. And I think I dumped my emeralds in this one? I did, okay. At some point I need to enchant this, that's why it's in the chest, but... that's a later problem. You know what, yeah, this can be blocks of stuff, and then, yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna transfer all of this stuff to the big chest. Or maybe, no. Let's see. All this goes in there. What do I want? Nah, this can be leftover building materials and stuff like that. And then the other chest we're going to make into an ore chest, eventually. Except it's going to be difficult, because the sun's going down again. And you get to keep the snowballs, because I don't feel like putting them anywhere else. Have you seen Deltarune Chapter 5 yet? I have done my best to remain unspoiled about what happens in Chapter 5, because eventually I do want to start playing Deltarune, And I've been like kind of spoiled on like everything that happens in previous chapters, so I'm trying to stay a little bit more unspoiled for this next one, you know? Let's go like this, and then we can like do iron and stuff. Yeah, you know what? You get to stay there. Alright, need to go back out and grab more from this, because we got more things to sort. I think, like, I'm pretty sure this organization system only makes sense to me, but that's okay. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. Sorry, could you repeat that? Got an ad? Ah, sorry about that. I have done my best to remain unspoiled about Chapter 5, because I think it's a game that I want to play eventually, and yeah, I just, with other chapters I've kind of been spoiled on literally everything that happens, so I'm doing my best to not be as spoiled for this one. Yeah, see, look at this. Look how many feathers I have. Ad blockers are great. Yeah, I should probably get an ad blocker. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's always like, oh, I should definitely do that, and then I never do. Alright. And then this is the we killed things chest, so there's some spider eyes. Do these go in the treasure chest? I think they do. I don't even remember why I fought so many, like... Actually, no. These can go downstairs. I don't even remember why I was, like, fighting so many pillagers, enough to get that much stuff. Like, what on earth was I doing? I mean, I guess there's, like, a village across the river, and I was trying to defend my villagers, but I have, like, 10. Yeah, that's fair. And you know what? Yeah, I do think there's something to be said about paper. Let's move that down here. Does it make sense to organize it like this? Yes, because I said so. Canvas. You can use here. Because I'm pretty sure leather turns into canvas. No, wait. It's like... Is it bamboo? Or like sugarcane or something? I'll remember eventually. And I think this bone meal goes outside, actually. In this chest. Yes. Yeah, by the way, after I'm done organizing my chests, I need to go on a quest to find pumpkin seeds, because I was trying to make a pumpkin farm, and I found that I have, like, literally every type of seed except pumpkin seeds. Like, I got cabbage, I got wheat, I got the potatoes and the onions and the beetroot and the tomatoes and the melons and even chocolate, but I don't have any pumpkins. So I gotta go on, like, a quest to find that, which is definitely gonna be interesting, because I've gone in, like, thousands of blocks in every single direction. So it's like, I don't know how much I'm gonna be seeing new stuff. Have you heard a game called Needy Streamer Overload? It's very similar to DDLC. I'm not sure what DDLC is, and I haven't heard of that game either, but it sounds interesting. Prismarine, you don't really fit the vibe, but you can go in here. This is wool. That's kind of random, but it matches the theme of this one, so we'll just put you next to all the feathers, I think. Now that looks weird. No. There we go. I don't know why it needs to be right there, but it does. It's just the confusing machinations of my brain. It wants that things to be in certain places, and I can't explain why. Okay. See, even more feathers. What is this? I think I kept these because they're my first tools, so I won't throw them away out of principle. Does anyone know how to craft barrels? I feel like I want to make some barrels to hold some of this. Like, just a barrel, like, I don't know. Like here. You know what I mean? Doki Doki Literature Club. Gotcha, gotcha. No, I have not heard of that. But given the reputation of, okay, that's just a random sand block. Given the reputation of Doki Doki Literature Club, it sounds like a game with lots of twists and turns. You know what? We'll just, toss these out for a half second while we put this away. There we go. You know, give me the rabbit pelts. No, wait. It's rabbit pelts that make it. Actually, I should just look up, like, what makes what make what instead of just guessing. But this is not make a lot of canvas stream. It's just organize the chests, hopefully, stream. So, this is another. I'm just gonna chuck it in here for now. Hang on, I'm gonna Google how to craft barrels. One sec. How to craft Minecraft barrels. Give me an image. Okay, it's either slabs and sticks or slabs and blocks. Either way, we're gonna be using slabs. Okay. Here we go. Bink. Because I do think it would be nice. Ah, all of my slabs are upstairs. Here we go. Barrel. There we go. It's a game where you play as a manager / boyfriend or Ami-chan, which basically shows the funs of being a streamer with multiple endings. That's interesting. Yeah, I've considered doing, like, mostly, I haven't been doing these streams for very long, but my thought process with them is kind of just, like, having a chill time chatting with my audience. And so I have been thinking about what other games I could play, so that might be a good one. You know what? Flint, you can go right there. And there's even more feathers. Random slime ball. Plant life can go down here. I think I kept this fire aspect because I wasn't sure if it would cook meat immediately when I sliced it. I still haven't tested that. I'll have to figure that out. You know what? We'll just go like that. Technically, my bow has infinity, so I don't need to have this many arrows, but it just feels right. Alright, let's see if we can grab the rest of this. You know what? Raw chicken, you can stay out here. Almost there, but not quite. Oh, hello. What are you up to, my guy? Goodbye. I should feed my cats, make sure that they didn't get hit by a zombie accidentally. Here we go, placing all my armor in here. Okay, I thought these were my first tools, but then I also have these, so I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna put these in here and not worry about it. Anything else? You know what? Take a crossbow. Why not? And then I think books can go in here. Or should books go upstairs? That's a question. Yeah, books can go upstairs. Go in here. Right there. Perfect. And the thing is, I already have, like, a ton of wheat seeds, but I have a bunch more. So, Let's see how many I can feed to my chickens, and we'll go from there. As soon as I walk away, my inventory is just going to be full of eggs. And it's going to be a big pain to, like, get rid of all of them. Whoop, that was almost disastrous. Okay, and then we're going to go over to the compost and make some stuff. Okay, sick. Okay, not nearly as many eggs as I was worried about, thank goodness. I have glass, which goes upstairs as a leftover from house materials. See, the problem is I am a person who doesn't like to throw anything away when it comes to Minecraft, so be prepared to see lots of chests with just stuff in them. Since we're in Minecraft, thoughts on it, just in general, I think it's really fun. I, in particular, as you can probably tell, I like this mod, which is Farmer's Delight, which adds a bunch of different things that you can cook, because I think it's just fun. But yeah, I like Minecraft. Like, it's one of those things where it's like every few months, I remember it exists, and then I just have a really good time with it, and then I kind of forget about it again, and then I come back later, and it becomes just like a cycle. And I think it says something about the game, that it's something you can just always come back to. Because it's the ultimate sandbox game, right? You can literally just do whatever you want. And I think that's really cool. And recently I've been enjoying, I don't know if you guys know Sword 4000. He does like a bunch of 100 players stuck in a zombie apocalypse type stuff, and I've been really enjoying those videos. I think they're fun. Okay, I think things are mostly where I want them to be. They're organized, so I actually know where my stuff is. I still need to figure out what I'm gonna do with just the random stuff, and hopefully if I'm in a hurry later I don't come back and have no idea where anything is. But it's a little bit more organized than it was before, at the very least, so I'll take it. Yeah. See, the problem is, now that I'm organized, I just want to go wandering again, and if I do, I'm going to come back with like a billion other things, and it's just going to be all unorganized again. But you know, that's the way it is sometimes. Then you know what? Extra chests, you can go in there. I'll chuck these eggs into the ocean at some point. I'm one of the few people who played it on Xbox 360 edition. I love the game, but I think the updates are weird. Yeah, the updates recently have been kind of odd. Like, I don't mind that they're adding a whole bunch of new mobs. Like, I think that's fun. But it is kind of weird that, like... updates have gone from, like, an entire nether refresh to, like, we're adding one new creature. Like, I don't know. It feels like that doesn't quite deserve the same level of hype, but they've kind of been treating it like it is, so I don't know. You know what? I like to have one bed in my inventory in case I'm out exploring and can't get back. But it might be a good idea to have a bed up here, just in the case of something. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go right there. Does that look absolutely disgusting? Nah, it looks okay. It looks okay. Yeah, like I said, like, there's a lot of them that I think are really, really cool and interesting. And I like the new mobs that are added, which, the side note, a lot of them aren't in here because this mod isn't up to the latest version of Minecraft, so, yeah, but anyway, like, there's a lot of stuff I do like about it, it just feels like a lot of the time the updates are, just a little bit weird. Also, food goes in there, doors go in there. I used to have like a lava pit in the corner of this room so that I could just like throw things away. But then I got a cat and I don't want Atticus to run into that and die because that would make me so terribly sad. Actually, what does this do? Yeah, nourishment for another minute 30 basically. Do I know what nourishment does? No, but I like it anyway. And final touch. Bucket. It's so beautiful. We've done it. And now I'm on to my next mission, which is leave my home behind and search for pumpkin seeds because I want to grow pumpkins so that I can actually like make all the different food types, but unfortunately pumpkins are like the one seed that I don't have. So we'll go from there. All right. You know what? Is there something I can make with raw chicken? Probably. Probably a lot of things, honestly. This is just that. What is this? Noodle soup? Does this take chicken? I think it might. It does not. It's just pork. Never mind. I can talk about the list of problems Minecraft has, but when I say weird, I mean Mojang never addresses the core problems of the game, and Mojang often focuses on vanity rather than the other. Yeah, like, I'm not someone who, like, it's weird because every time I hear about people's like problems with the game, I go, "Oh yeah, that's a good point. Probably should fix that." But like in terms of what actually needs to get done, I feel like I just don't know a ton about it, which is weird, you know? Can I Okay. So I need a carrot, a cabbage, and a potato. Easy enough. Carrot. Cabbage. Potato. It's so beautiful. I do need a bowl though, which should be right there. Yay! Nice. Okay, now that I've done that, I think I'm good to go. Let's see. Like, I know it's like a common joke to be like, oh, they should fix Bedrock, but I'm pretty sure there are like actual issues with Bedrock that they need to fix that they just aren't, which is, like... Yeah, like, it's fun to add new things to Minecraft, but you probably should address all the issues. Okay, here's the thing. We're about to go on a journey, and my goal is to find pumpkin seeds so that I can make a little pumpkin patch on this side of my lake. Like, that's the stated goal of what I am doing. However, I know myself, and I am probably going to bring back about a dozen other things that I did not plan for. So we need to be prepared for that. In the which case, we need to bring a couple things. And I need to check if I even have. I do, okay. We're going to bring some bones in case we run into a wolf friend. We're going to bring some leads in case we run into some cats or some foxes. We have food, so we're good there. I'll drop off this fishing pole as I go. And yeah, we also need to decide what direction we go in, because I've been in basically every direction. And this way, it's like villages, farm, a lot of ocean. That way's a lot of ocean. That way's a lot of ocean. And this way leads to like a swamp. And I think in terms of trying to figure out pumpkins, swamp, or villages is our best bet. So probably I think I'll go to the swamp, because, I don't know, that just feels right. But yeah, Yeah, you will soon see how easily distracted I am, even when I go on a quest with a supposedly simple goal. But for now, we need to go to sleep so that we leave during the day. There we go. Off to bed. Good evening, Llama. How's your day been going? It's been going pretty well. I'm really happy that people seem to be liking the newest video. And I'm happy that, oh gosh. Atticus, did you teleport outside? Oh my goodness, okay. You definitely did. Atticus! Okay, so funny thing about cats in Minecraft. They do this really cute thing where... Oh my gosh, where are you? They do this really cute thing where they will sleep on top of you if they're allowed to when you lay down in a bed. But if your bed is next to the wall, like mine, that means that sometimes when you wake up, they can pop through the wall and vanish on you. And so now, I am missing my cat. There you are, okay. Luckily I have leads in my inventory, which is like the only way you can, like, realistically get a cat to go where you want. Atticus? Thank you. But yeah, my day's going pretty well. I'm happy to be here having fun and hanging out with you guys. There we go. Alright, Atticus. You need to watch the house. Mom is going on a journey to find... actually, I should just bring a bunch of fish in case I run into a cat. You see what I mean? This is just what I do to myself. But, you know what? For now, we'll just put the lucky rabbit's foot in there. So that I don't get more distracted than I already am. Yay! There we go. The Ragatha one, right? I'm excited to get to it later. I just finished up the Kinger... I just gotta finish up the Kinger one first. Yeah, go for it! I reference back to, like, things I say in previous character analysis stuff. That doesn't mean they're required viewing, but I appreciate you taking the time to watch all of them. I think that's nice. See, ignore the chickens that are just floating in the water. I got frustrated and chucked a bunch of eggs into the ocean, and now they're here. Don't worry about it. Hello, turtle. Honestly, great video. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that you enjoyed. Alright. Yeah, we're just going off in this direction, hoping to find some pumpkins. Hopefully, it's not going to take too long, but technically this version of Minecraft is supposed to have cherry trees, and I once traveled 30,000 blocks and didn't see any, so we'll see how our hunt for pumpkins goes. Also, I have the coordinates for home written down somewhere, and I'm definitely going to be using it at some point, but for now it's, that's, oh my gosh, there's pumpkins right there. Yes! Haha! It wasn't far from home at all. Get over here. This is such a glorious and beautiful day. I actually got the thing I wanted right away. It's unprecedented. These unhatched chicks have perpetuated the cycle of becoming tiny pirates, little sailors of the seven seas. You know what? You're so right. I didn't just chuck them into the ocean because I didn't want to deal with having dozens of eggs in my inventory. I did it because I knew that they wanted to be pirates. And I was simply fulfilling their greatest desire. Okay, we're not going to take all the pumpkins here because I like to leave some el-natural. But now we have 9. That's a good number. That was like way easier than I thought it would be. Okay, I over-prepped for this journey. So, let's have ourselves a little, let's go back to the house. There we go. Yeah, and part of the reason I eventually want to get foxes is to cull my chicken population, which, as you can probably guess, is often out of control. So, That's fun. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I wanted pumpkins because I want to make a pumpkin patch, and I'll probably make a melon patch like right next to. Oh, that's why. That's why. That's why I. That's why I have so many ominous bottles. I forgot. There's like a villager outpost like right there. I forgot about that. Well, we're gonna go this way instead, I think. You said that Jax is the main character. I would argue they aren't. They're the secondary antagonist. Kane is the primary. I'm not sure. Like, I can kind of see where you're coming from, but I think, like, it's a bit more complicated than that, right? Like, the show, a lot of the problems people deal with, they're, like, internal problems, I guess is the way that you'd put it. And Jax certainly makes life harder for the other circus members, but the whole point of the show is that, like, Jax could have had a different ending if she just made better choices, and that's like the whole point of it. And so I think saying that, like, she's just the antagonist, like, I don't know, it feels like not quite accurate, if you know what I mean. Better safe than sorry. Exactly. Hello, dolphins. Yeah, this journey took way less time than I thought. I might, like, go on another journey just so that it wasn't in vain that I hyped myself up so much about it. I think... Do not pick up the eggs. I think that probably... Oh my gosh, this is where I dropped the other eggs. I'm about to be cursed forever. Oh, hello, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Don't hurt yourself by jumping onto shore by accident, okay? Just go back. Go back out to the ocean. Go back out to the ocean, please. My goodness. Okay. Jack somehow both forwards and halts the plot at the same time. She's a material girl. Yeah, I mean, you know, Jax has a lot going on. Let's put it that way. I think this is how you get seeds. Yes. Haha. Okay. Let's see. How big is this area that I've mapped out? I probably should have just looked. Okay. Let's see. If we go 1, 2, 3, and then it has it go like that. I need a hoe to till the earth. For a moment. There we go. Ha-cha-cha. I don't think you need to do this, like, for all of the everything, but I want to, so. Hello, Mr. B. Let's go there. Are you supposed to... You're supposed to, like, do it in, like, a checkers pattern, right? Like, I'm remembering that, right? Right? Meanwhile, how do ghosts access the internet? They visit a gravesite. That one's pretty good. You know what? We're just gonna go like this. And we'll go from there. It's so beautiful. Look at my tiny pumpkin patch. It's so beautiful. And then we're gonna stick some pumpkin seeds in our seeds chest. So we actually have some. Perfect. Alright. And then I think we need a pumpkin to make the thing that I wanted to make. So, one sec. Alright. Need... That's... Yeah, okay. We need rice and cranberries, mushrooms... And... Okay, basically vegetables. Got it. Onions... Cranberries. Rice. There we go. I'm still missing something. What am I missing? Onions, potato, mushroom. Okay. Do I have mushrooms in here? I do. Okay, perfect. That's the wrong thing. There we go. And onion. And where did I set the mushrooms? There they go. And yay! And now we just wait. Although, I think pumpkins are one of the ones that don't stack. We'll have to see. The thing is, protagonist means our main focus, narrative. Pomni is, which I thought was the main protagonist. Pomni is overworking plot. The thing is, like, compare it to a show like My Hero Academia, right? Where it's like, there's specific episodes that focus on a lot of the members of Class 1A. And technically that means they're the protagonist of that episode, but that doesn't mean they're the main character, if that makes sense. For example, Pilot to 3, Jax has no involvement at all. I don't know if I agree with that, because Jax definitely has a presence in those episodes. Like, a lot of what happens in those episodes is because of Jax. Like, the whole thing with Pomni and Kinger going on that haunted house adventure is because of Jax. Like, it's directly due to her actions that they end up in that situation. You know what I mean? That's a relief. I admit I had to polish up the joke a little. Had it not been improved, the joke would be dead on arrival. You're killing me. You're killing me with these. Pun intended. I'm just talking about the structure, not any problems with it. And you know, that's fair. I just, like, in my brain it doesn't feel quite right. So what even goes here? Wait a second. Does anyone remember what ingredient goes here? Hang on. Aha! Cranberries. I know what I'm doing. Perfect. And yeah, it looks like these don't really stack. And you go here. We'll test if they stack with this next one. But yeah. Alright. Do the stuffed pumpkins stack? That is the question. They do not stack. Okay. So I won't make a ton of them then. Because I don't actually want, like, a bajillion separate of these things. That goes back. I should probably put the fish back because I'm not planning on doing that. You know what? We're gonna... Are you kidding me? I had pumpkins this entire time. I had the... I had pumpkins the whole time. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now it just means I have more pumpkins. So there. And I probably need to make pumpkin slices anyway, so this is a good thing. This was entirely intentional. I knew I secretly had pumpkins the whole time. And anyone who says otherwise is slandering me for no reason. Chuck these back in there. Should probably put the bones back at some point. There we go. Take this out of my offhand. Otherwise, I'm going to put the torch on the cutting board, and I don't want to do that. Even with the problems with the final episode, I still would say episode 2 is the weakest one, because other than Gummy Goo and Kinger Bucket, the episode is fine. The thing is, though, the second episode, it's not, like, the most memorable, but it does a lot in... Hello? There we go. It does a lot in establishing common character dynamics, especially with Jax, and like establishing, oh, this is what Jax acts like on a normal adventure type thing. So like I think the episode has an important place in the series. It's just maybe not as dramatic as some others, if that makes sense. Okay, that's 16 slices. That should be good. And then we will keep one to make slices out of so we can make the other pumpkin thing that I want to. That takes on slices. Thank you. Alright. One of these takes slices. I know it does. Trying to remember. Haha! This is pumpkin soup. Alright, we need cabbage and milk and pork. Sorry, technically bacon, but I'd argue episode 2 is one of the better ones. I just probably wouldn't have continued this show beyond the pilot if it hadn't been for the second episode. Yeah, like, what I'm saying about it is, like, it's not nearly as dramatic as some of the later ones, but it's still important, you know? Also, I will definitely need to make bowls for this. What was in there? There was cabbage, milk. Let's see. You know what? I'm taking the entire cabbage. You can't stop me. There we go. Is it gonna go into the pumpkin, or is this... Okay, it's not. Good, good. Let's make a bowl, shall we? Technically 4 bowls, but it works out. Let's take that pumpkin, take that bowl. Alright, pumpkin soup. There we go. And you know what? We only have 3 more slices, so we'll just go with that. At the end of the day, at least the show hadn't dug itself into an early grave. That's all that counts. Yeah, and that's totally fair. Like, there's always something very nice about a show ending exactly when it's supposed to. Like, even if you don't think the ending was the best, I think at least we can appreciate that it didn't go on for longer than it was supposed to, and that is a good thing. Like, I think it's good when creators get to make the show that they want to, rather than being at the whims of someone else. Where does the pumpkin soup go? It's, 3 down, 1 over. 3 down, 1 over. Beautiful. Alright. Y'all ready for a stuffed pumpkin? I know I am. Look at that. I can't jump high enough to properly show you the... One second. See? Look at that. Ain't it beautiful? It's so pretty. Pretty sure I need a... Yep, I need a bowl for that. Huzzah! I have consumed. And I will consume when I am hungry again. Okay, so basically my goal here is to fill this chest with all the different types of food. So let's see what else we can do. I got stuck because I didn't have any pumpkins, but now I do. So what is there left to make? This second one. What is this second one? You know what? This is gonna require a journey because we need raw rabbit stew. And like, on my last journey, I had raw rabbit, but then I had to cook it because then I was gonna starve to death. But no, at some point, I gotta go get some rabbit to make some rabbit stew. But that's a problem for later. So, have we made baked cod stew? We have. Okay. Okay, So let's go down to the third row and see what's in there that we can make. Squid ink. Alright. Fish, noodles, tomato, squid. Yeah. We have 2, so we'll be able to make one as well as try one. Gotta go grab some water. Hope the rest of the Minecraft session goes well. Thank you so much! And make sure to hydrate too. You're so right. I need to drink some of my water. And I hope you get some nice water as well. Everyone make sure to hydrate. There's like some mega deadly heat wave going around. That plus a parasite that is giving people diarrhea, which most of the deaths from are because of dehydration. So really just make sure you're getting some liquids in you, okay? I would really love it if you all hydrated. Like, I think water's probably the best one for you, but if all you can muster is a soda, do that, please. Alright. I'm probably gonna need lots of bowls for this, so let's go like that. And then we can just go like this. Alright, and then we need noodles, tomato, and a bit of fish. So let's do noodles, tomato. I need to harvest my tomatoes outside, don't I? Enderman? Hello? Being... You know what, it's fine. If an Enderman wants to visit, that's totally fine. And a bit of fish, that's what it was. You know what, we'll use some salmon, because I need to use some of my salmon slices. Noodle, salmon slice, tomato. Awesome. Squid ink pasta. We will take this one and put it here. Yeah, the only reason I'm not making more is because I only have so many squid ink sacks, and those are relatively easy to find, but I just don't feel like going out and getting them right now. So, you know what, we're not gonna put those away just yet. What we are instead going to do, that sounded really close, okay. Over there, huh? You best be getting out of here, pal. Nope, I have no idea where that man is. But I'm not scared of Enderman, but the fact I don't know where it is putting me on edge, which is very funny to me. Is he upstairs? Wait a second. Oh my gosh, he totally is. My guy. What you doing? You just hanging out? Do you guys think I should boat him? Should I keep this man as my roommate, or is it better to let him go free? Oh my gosh, he used the ladder. Okay, question. I know Enderman can teleport, but is my man just stuck here? I think my man might be stuck in my basement. Okay, you stay there for a second. I'm gonna just... Can you move? You know what, we're just gonna... One second. Make sure I'm not gonna look this dude in the eye, because there's nothing worse than an angry roommate. My good sir. And of course that's when he decides to go upstairs. Except he didn't. He decides to jump on my bed. My guy, please. What will your husband think of you having a roommate named Fred? I think he's gonna appreciate that this economy maybe requires us to have a roommate. Yeah, you're a chill guy, aren't you, Fred? Okay, now I have to get this Enderman because we've named him. Okay. Hang on. Let me just... Can I... Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a couple things. Just gonna be careful about this. Don't go up the ladder, Fred. Please. He went up the ladder. And he fell. I didn't mean to, like, trap him by removing the floor, but here we are. I was trying to make it so that he could leave. My guy. Just go in. Just go in. Did he go all the way upstairs? Of course he did. Just go in. My guy. Please. Yes! Success! Behold. Fred. Listen carefully. You can hear it. And hello. Did you know Enderman can talk? They say look for the eye, what's up, and hi. I've heard about that a little bit. But for now... Okay, I think my name tags are right here. And I think I have an anvil up here. So let's see about naming our new friend. I don't have an anvil up here. That's okay, though. We'll just use this one down here, and then we'll work on fixing my floor and everything that I broke to get this guy. Okay. Okay, Fred. Come here, buddy. Also, you stare at them directly. They won't move or teleport as long as you don't look away. Oh, that's... I feel like I don't want to test that, but that is very interesting. Yep. Here is Fred. Welcome to the team, Fred. Look at him. Eventually I'll move you into a slightly better spot. I'll give you like a window view and everything. Just give me a second. I broke my floor for this. Although, it might be easier to get into the basement with this extra bit of space. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna leave that open like that. You hear that, Atticus? We got a roommate now. Ain't that fun? It won't work because he's in a boat, but if you make one angry, try and stare. Got it. If I accidentally do that, I will probably try that. I just don't want to, like... You know what? If I end up going to the Nether and, like, going to an Ender Forest, I probably will do it definitely on purpose. But that is super interesting. I feel like maybe I knew about that, because when people are, like, farming Ender Pearls as a team, don't they have, like, one person stare at the Enderman? Maybe I'm remembering wrong, but that feels... Excuse me, that feels like an exploitable bit of lore there. You know what I mean? Alright. Yeah, and Fred gets to be upstairs because I'm pretty sure that he's way too tall for the basement. So... Now, where do you guys think Fred would be most comfortable? I'm okay with leaving him here, like, just for now, but eventually we'll have to get him a slightly nicer area. Maybe put some, like, dirt and moss blocks around him. I'll have to get Silk Touch at some point, because I do want to give him a nice time. I want him to have a nice time. A nice time being my roommate. I'm very accommodating, as you can tell. Endermites anger them. Glances to anger them. Yeah. It's so interesting, because, like, okay, canonically, do we know what Endermites are? Are they baby Endermen, or are they, like, lice? Because I completely understand if they're, like, lice, just getting absolutely furious looking at them. But otherwise, it's just kind of like, dang, dude, that's just a little guy. Okay, next to pumpkin soup, we have 2 empty spaces. Let's see what we got. Pumpkin soup. That's interesting. Okay, I do want to complain about something. I love this mod for a lot of reasons, but I think it's very silly that we don't have chicken noodle soup. Like, okay, look at this. We have noodle soup, which is basically ramen, and we have... Where is it? And we have chicken soup. but we don't have chicken noodle soup. And I think that's a really big oversight. Like, it actually kind of bothers me that we don't have chicken noodle soup. And, like, I don't, like, this mod is, like, pretty in-depth in a lot of other ways, but for whatever reason, there's just no chicken noodle soup. And it feels like such an obvious food addition, it kind of gets on my nerves. Yeah, but don't tell anyone I said that. It's a secret, you see. I think it wanted potato? Question mark? Vegetable noodles. No, it wanted... Well, I have tomato in my inventory, so it should work. And actually, I don't want to use tomato because I don't actually have that many of those. Instead, we're going to use some of our copious amounts of onions. I forgot the last one that I needed. What is it? Mushroom. There we go. There we go. What am I missing? Carrots. Carrots! Luckily, we got a good amount of carrots as well. And I know it seems like we're running low, but pretty soon we'll go outside and there will be like a quadrillion of them. So... The theory is that they're silverfish turned into endermites. Endermen are ancient builders who ate too much chorus fruit, so they hate pests canonically. That's pretty awesome. It's like you hating insects in your house. To be fair, I think I would also hate silverfish in real life because they're an actual pest animal, and they really freak me out to look at. Like, I kind of hate them. Like, I know they're just, like, the animals doing their own thing, but I think they're kind of gross. So, I relate to our man Fred and his hatred of endermites, if they are indeed the silverfish of the end, because, like, that's nasty. No? Use the onion. Use the onion. Because we need to... Goodness knows we need to use some onions. There we go. Also, pretty sure I'm gonna need to make more pasta soon. Because I'm just trying to fill up my chest. Ugh. Anyone remember what ingredient these needed? Mushroom. There we go. Okay. Mushrooms, please. Thank you. Bink, bink. What am I missing? Onions! That's what I'm missing. If I can find it in my inventory. There we go. And we'll go bink, bink. Perfect. Okay. Imagine silverfish that can teleport PTSD to Enderman. That sounds like an awful experience. That sounds legitimately horrific. I completely understand Enderman now. I barely remember the normal bowl recipes. That is totally fair. If this cookbook didn't come built in, I would be absolutely doomed. I can assure you. It would be so bad, honestly. Okay. We have made vegetable noodles. Success! Let's do it like that. No, I think vegetable noodles go right here. Okay, what is next? I'm just trying to fill up my chest. You know what? That's fair. Mushrooms. Yeah, and I'm making 3 bone broth because I like to have more than one thing. But yeah, like I was saying, it kind of bugs me that we don't have chicken noodle soup. I don't know. Maybe it's more a thing in America, but like, I feel like it's such an obvious one, you know? Like, because again, we have noodle soup and we have chicken soup. We don't have chicken noodle. And I have no idea what to even make of that. Alright, bone broth is right there. Then we have mushroom rice. Next would be vegetable soup, which I believe I've already made. I have, and I've made a lot of it. Okay, next to beetroot, we have this one and that one, and then we'll be pretty much done with this. Except I gotta go hunt some rabbits eventually, so that's fun. What are we going to do when we get sick? Exactly! What am I supposed to do? What is this world coming to? Okay. Tomato, onion, fish. Tomato, onion, fish. Tomato, onion, fish. I have onion. This needs, like, tomato sauce. And then I will take some salmon. And it's going to be so beautiful. There we go. And the onions and the fish. Look at how much progress we're making. I was kind of expecting this to take longer, I'll be honest. Then again, there are a whole bunch of recipes that you make with the crafting table that I haven't done yet. Like the whole chicken dinner. I think I made it, like, at some point, like, just to eat. But I want to just, like, have one. You know what I mean? Because I'm a bit of a collector, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, like, I guess there are, like, warm drinks for when you're cold. But when it comes to being sick, I guess we're just doomed. I guess we're just doomed to the sadness with no chicken noodle soup. Ooh. Do I have sugar? I think I have some sugar outside. And again, all the baking things. Okay. I do have some sugar. We're gonna do 2. And then what did we need? Milk and cocoa beans, I think it was? Yes. Although, how many cocoa beans do I have? I don't think it's that many. So I should probably create a farm or something? Yeah, I only have 4. Okay. We're gonna hold off on the hot chocolate until later when I decide to make a cocoa bean farm. Because we really don't have that many, so... see. Oh yeah, and on the next page we have even more, which is nice. Ugh. What I find interesting is that the ancient builders are factions rather than one large group, so each mob could be separate builders' fates, like Endermen are one, the Drowned are another. Each faction is dependent on the pot shards. That's actually super interesting. I have a pot shard upstairs that I have no idea what to do with, but maybe I'll make a pot at some point. But that's really cool to think about. Like, game theory's done a lot of stuff on this, but Minecraft lore is much more interesting than it needs to be, and I think that's beautiful. Okay, we have the sugar, and we'll do 2 apples. And I think maybe we just need, like, a bottle or something? When apply, +4 max absorption, jeez. I don't think it's in a bowl. I think you need like a glass flask. At least I'm pretty sure. Never mind. Okay. Apparently, it just makes the... Okay, never mind. Okay. You do need a glass thing. Here we go. And you know what? I'll make 2 of them because I'm feeling generous. And because I already put 2 sugar in my inventory, but that's besides the point. It's so beautiful. There we go, and let's put this... I think I'll just stack this on the bottom of the next one. Yeah, that fits. That works, that works. There we go. Haha. And at some point later, we'll make that hot chocolate. But for right now, I just don't want to use up all my cocoa beans. Because again, I don't have that many. We got bread dough and all this. Honestly, lot still to do. But yeah, Minecraft lore, like, they didn't need to put much of anything, you know? Like, they could have just put nothing, and I think people probably would have been fine with it. But I appreciate the effort gone to to add something actually really cool. Like, I think that's super awesome. Where's the bread dough? I have more than enough bread dough for this. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I don't need the mushrooms. I want... Yeah, this feels like a 4 type recipe. Then we'll chuck in our onions and even more bread dough. Beautiful. I saw that there was a message. Another thing is that the Nether had an ice age. We know this because of the salt bastions, which is a real material that needs to be cooled to exist in ice. That is so cool. Like I said, like, one of the things that I do like a lot about Minecraft is, like, there's a lot of stuff that, like that doesn't need to be there, but it's just cool that it exists, you know? And I think that's super awesome. And look at all the beautiful dumplings we've made. I feel like I have not had, like, authentic dumplings in my life, and I really, really want to, because I think they just look delicious every time I look at them. So yeah, add that to my bucket list. I really want to have, like, good authentic dumplings at some point. Dog food. Raw meat, bone meal, rice, and rotten flesh. Do I have rotten flesh in here? I think I have rotten flesh outside. Let's go rice. Okay, I need bone meal and rotten flesh. Let's put some of this stuff back, because I don't think I need all of that. I do have bowls, which is nice. Okay, let's remember what we need for dog food. Okay, raw meat, bone meal, rice, rotting flesh. Okay, we have the rice. Let's grab rotting flesh. We'll just take 3. Bone meal I have more than enough of, because you can just chuck it in the composter. There we go. Dink, dink, dink. And a ba-da. And then I think we need a bowl for it. We do. Okay. Look at that! We're making all of the wonderful things. Minecraft Legends tried to do this as one of the few games people play for the story of Minecraft. It's just the gameplay isn't thought out. The bosses are honestly amazing, which is sad considering the game. Hope they implement them into base Minecraft. I've always, like, I enjoy the thought of mods that add more of, like, a goal to Minecraft, if that makes sense. Like, this mod right here, there's not really a goal to it. Like, no one is forcing me to make every single type of food and just put it in a chest. Like, this is something I decided to do because I wanted to, but the idea of adding objectives to Minecraft is an interesting one to me, because again, like, Minecraft is a game that doesn't really have objectives, and I think that's part of the reason that it's had such longevity, is because people can really just do whatever they want. But at the same time, I don't think it's bad to implement stuff like that. And also, they kind of did implement it in some ways, because there's, like, this is on a different world. I don't think it's on this one, but there are dungeons, like, in Minecraft that you can participate in. Like, you can just find them, and I'm pretty sure they have, like, boss things in them. I need to look it up, but I'm pretty sure in base Minecraft there is stuff you can find, which I didn't end up doing because I didn't feel prepared for it, but it's really interesting to think about. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Glowberry custard. Oh my gosh, you're telling me this is a thing I can use all of my eggs for? Let's go! I don't know if this shows on stream, but apparently a follower goal was met, which is pretty awesome in my book. Thanks, guys! But also, I am mostly excited about the prospect of getting rid of the quadrillion eggs I have. Okay. But I also need to be careful because I also don't have very many glowberries, so we might have to hold off until I can figure out how to farm glowberries. Well, yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you're enjoying this stream. Yeah, the streams so far, like, I don't really plan them out a whole ton. In the future, I'd like to be a little more organized with them, but for now, I think they work as just chill time with the fans, if that makes sense. Cabbage roll. Alright, let's... I'm not gonna use pork for this one, actually, because I kinda don't have a lot of it, but you know what I do have a lot of? Fish. There we go. Cabbage rolls. There we go. Yeah, we'll just do 3. We won't go too crazy with it. Minecraft being sandbox focused, Terraria adventure focused. I haven't really played Terraria. Is it something that's like worth exploring if you didn't grow up with it? Because I know the two games are often compared, but I think they're probably pretty different in execution. And I'm just curious. Oh, cooked rice. Okay, hang on. Let me just grab half of that. I'll put the cooked rice over there. Cooked rice, cabbage rolls, tomato sauce. There we go. Cooked rice, cabbage rolls, and tomato sauce. The bread dough back, put the rice back. Up top we have the fish slices. Hello! Thought I'd stop in case you were still streaming. Coming from your Ragatha video. Hello! Welcome in, Tavis Fox. Thank you so much for stopping by. You caught me while I was still live, which I'm so happy about. Yeah, sounds like you enjoyed the video. I hope I'm correct in my assumption, but yeah, glad to see you drop by. As you can see, this stream, I'm organizing chess, making food. This is Fred. He's our new roommate. And yeah, it's just a nice time. Sandbox adventure game. Minecraft focused sandbox. Terraria is the adventure. Meaning a lot of bosses and events. If I'm being honest, Terraria is a better game than Minecraft, but they're fundamentally different. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'd enjoy trying Terraria. I don't know if it's a game, because I think the strength of Minecraft is it is something you can just endlessly come back to if you want to, whereas other games, and like, games end. Like, that's part of what makes them games, and I think Minecraft is one of the only ones that kind of doesn't. And I think that's what helps it last, but there's nothing wrong with, like, having a goal within it. So I think I'd be interested if they did end up adding more, and I'd probably be interested in trying Terraria as well. I was doing something. What was it? Ah, tomato sauce. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can just punch my tomato plants to get them to drop. There we go. Look at all my beautiful tomatoes. If only harvesting tomatoes was this easy in real life. Oh my goodness! I didn't get any bad ones. That's awesome. Usually I get at least one rotten tomato when I'm doing things. Maybe waiting for all of them to bloom is... bloom is not the right word. Waiting for all of them to grow is a good call. There we go. Yeah, and we'll do 3 tomato sauce, and then my chest of food is gonna be mostly there, aside from the stuff I'm not making because I don't know how to grow glowberries and stuff like that, and I don't want to use up all my cocoa beans. But we are mostly there. And now, we just need to add the bajillion recipes in here. Yay! Like the melon juice. Let's see, what do we... Yeah, barbecue on a stick. There's a lot in here, honestly. Like, to be honest, there's a lot. Yeah, I've been following you for a bit on YouTube. I think since your remake of the FAF movie. And yes, did enjoy the Ragatha video. Still watching though. Wanted to catch you on Twitch in case you weren't streaming for too long. Well, I'm glad that you came by to say hello. Yeah. I'll probably, like... I'm glad that you caught me, because I think I'll probably be ending fairly soon. But I'm glad you're enjoying my stuff, yeah. I think a lot of people started following me with the rewrite, and it makes me really happy, because that's a project that I'm really, really proud of. So I'm glad that, like, of all the things I could be known for, that's the thing, you know? It makes me happy. What was that? That's a noise I don't recognize. You see anything, Fred? Nah, he's fine. Let us see. Yeah, you know, I think... Yeah, pretty much done. So I think Terraria has issues, but the reason I'd say it's better is because issues in Minecraft have been solved in Terraria, such as storage management. Gotcha. Like, there's a bit more, attention to solving the issues. Well, that's fair enough. But, yeah, you caught me just in time, Tavis Fox, because I think that I'm gonna call it for the day. I did the stuff that I was hoping to do, and the stuff that I still want to do, which is, like, go look for rabbits, is probably... It would probably be a stream in and of itself, because I get so distracted on my journeys. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna bid you all adieu, and I hope you enjoyed the stream and the video. I'm hopefully gonna continue to live stream the next week, and I hope to see you all then when I do that. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone who chatted, and everyone who just hung out and didn't say anything. I appreciate all of you, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Alright, bye! That's rude. Fred is not a monster. That's so rude of you. Anyway. Take care of yourselves, guys. I'll see you later.